Hey, I'm Alex, and today we're finding the best crypto exchanges in Canada. If you want to know the cheapest places to buy Bitcoin as a Canadian, the best places to buy altcoins, where you should be staking, all the crypto stuff as a Canadian, stay tuned and watch this video. So first, let's quickly give you some context on this giant test that I did. This test included 18 platforms. It's the biggest review of Canadian exchanges that I know of. I collected over 1,000 data points. I KYC'd on all these platforms, signed up, used them, and yeah, collected over 1,000 data points across the most popular features that you would look for, like number of coins, trading fees, spreads. I even made a column for the total Bitcoin purchase fee. So by the end of this video, we're going to make sure you're not getting ripped off in hidden fees, because what some of these platforms are charging are pretty crazy. And lastly, this is my second annual review. You guys loved last year's video. It was actually the most popular one on my channel. So this year we're doing it bigger and better. So overall, what I found from reviewing all these platforms is a lot of them are similar. They're very safe and licensed in Canada. They have good apps and user interfaces. The main differentiator was their features. Some platforms offer way more coins and features like staking, crypto credit cards, but an even bigger differentiator was the fees. So for example, the most expensive platform was Coinbase, was 10 times more expensive than the cheapest platform, which was NDAX. So the fees varied widely, and some of these platforms can charge you huge fees in the spreads and stuff like that. So that's the main overall thing I found after reviewing all these platforms. Now, drumroll, my top pick for Canadians is Newton. That's what I'm personally using. Now keep in mind, anything in the top 3 is personal preference. These are the most solid options, but I have Newton as first. That's my personal choice and one of the best based on the data. Newton is 3rd place for buying Bitcoin as cheaply as possible. It was 4th place for selling and cashing out Canadian to your bank account. And Newton had low fees all around. They also cover $5 off your crypto withdrawal fees. So if your transaction fee is under $5, you can withdraw like Bitcoin and Stellar and some coins for free. And even if you go to their website, they show you the spreads in real time. This is where a lot of platforms make their money, and they don't show you this info. So I like how Newton is also just transparent about it. I think they have the best user interface. They have almost 70 coins. It's very fast and free to withdraw Canadian dollars. You can use e-transfer, wire transfer, all the common things you can expect. Newton just checks all of the boxes and things you want in a cryptocurrency exchange. It's cheap, great UX, lots of coins, Canadian dollar support. It checks all the boxes. I think that's the best for the majority of Canadians. Now, lastly, the cons for Newton, because no platform was perfect. They have less features overall. There's not really anything fancy. There's no staking. There's no crypto credit cards. There's no advanced trading. They're just really good at letting you buy at very low fees with a great user interface. So maybe you'll just want Newton for buying crypto cheaply and then have a second or third exchange somewhere else like I do to get access to other features. And again, Newton would be good for that because they have the cheap crypto withdrawal fees. Let's quickly go into how I calculated this huge fees section. What I did to calculate this as fairly as possible is I opened all the platforms at the same time and screenshotted all of their prices. I'll throw the screenshots up on the screen. I also got a price of Bitcoin on Google, which was our baseline. So ideally you want to get Bitcoin for what it's actually going for on Google. So we use Google as a baseline. And if we use Newton as an example, they were selling 1 Bitcoin for $56,160. That was 0.69% higher than the price on Google. So we add that. Then you add the trading fee, which on Newton is 0. Then you add the deposit fee, which on Newton is also 0. And that's how you get the total purchase fee of 0.69%. That's how I calculated this total Bitcoin purchase fee. I did that for all the platforms at the same time. Now this test is not perfect. These numbers change daily because spreads and prices are always changing. Some days Newton might be second, some days NDAX might be third, but this is a good way to compare the general prices. So second place, I have NDAX. Now the main reason to use NDAX over Newton is you want advanced trading, which Newton doesn't offer at this moment. NDAX also has lower fees than Newton when I tested it. There was a 0.49 total purchase fee to buy Bitcoin, and that was 1st place in Canada overall. The total selling fee was also 1st place. Now there's a $4.99 fee here. That's because this column calculates selling Bitcoin and cashing out to your bank account. And NDAX has a fixed $5 fee to withdraw Canadian. That's why you see the $5 there. But overall, that was lowest. And for the spread on NDAX was 0.35%, which was 6th place. NDAX also has e-transfer, wire, direct bank transfer. So it's a great on-ramp for Canadian dollars as well as off-ramp. And it's just another very cheap platform for Canadians, but that also has advanced trading. NDAX is based in Calgary, and they're also the first Canadian-based platform to offer staking. They have staking for 3 coins. However, I would compare rates with other platforms like Kraken and other ones I'll cover later in this video, because NDAX does charge a commission on these rewards. Now, I didn't rank NDAX first, but remember, anything in the top 3 is just personal preference. The downsides for NDAX are only about 30 coins. This is about half of Newton and Virgo CX, and the crypto withdrawal fees are higher on NDAX compared to the other 2. Overall though, NDAX is one of the top options for Canadians, especially if you want advanced trading on an inexpensive platform that's easy to fund with Canadian dollars. Now, 3rd place was Virgo CX. Virgo CX had very low purchase fees, low selling fees, free deposits, free withdrawals, and low fees all around. It's very similar to NDAX, and there's not many cons on this platform. Many of their crypto withdrawals are free, so the crypto withdrawals are dynamic, but Virgo CX covers a percentage. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but some days even in Ethereum withdrawals will be free, so their crypto withdrawals are very inexpensive, which is awesome. Virgo CX also supports USD, if that's useful for you. They have 50 plus coins based in Toronto, and yeah, not really many downsides. Now you can still find more coins on Newton, and I would just say the user interface is better on NDAX and especially Newton. And that's the top 3 platforms for just buying crypto with Canadian dollars as cheaply as possible. And those are the best on-ramps and off-ramps. Links to all of those will be below with bonuses and free money, so use those if you find this helpful. Now let's look at the other use cases. Those are the top exchanges. Unless you're just buying Bitcoin and Ethereum, you're gonna need other platforms to explore other features. So next up, we have the best options for altcoins. There's like 20,000 cryptocurrencies. If you want hundreds of more coins, maybe the lesser known altcoins, Binance and KuCoin are the best like secondary exchanges. They'll give you access to 500 plus altcoins each. And I mentioned Binance and KuCoin together because they're both very similar and good platforms. They both are the biggest crypto exchanges in the world, especially Binance. They both have billions of dollars in daily trading volume. So the spreads are literally the lowest in the industry. Again, especially Binance. Binance is ahead of KuCoin. They both have 0.1% trading fees and just dozens of other features and services you're not going to find on most Canadian platforms. For example, hundreds of coins, super low spreads, staking, trading bots, other random features. I'm currently lending out USDT on KuCoin and earning interest on that. I'm also getting free KCS on KuCoin. I'm testing those things out. You can't do those on Canadian platforms, and Binance and KuCoin are great if you want to do stuff like that. If we look at the fees chart and filter the spread from top to bottom, you can see Binance and KuCoin have the lowest spreads at 0%. And if you look at the total purchase fee, this is higher than the platforms we covered before, because that's if you're purchasing with Canadian dollars, which I don't recommend doing on Binance or KuCoin. If you're new to crypto, what you got to do is fund these accounts using crypto, not Canadian dollars. So I have a tutorial on this, but basically what you do is, for example, use Newton or Virgo CX, buy Stellar, transfer it to Binance or KuCoin for free, and then you get these super low spreads, and you can trade all these altcoins for like the lowest fees in the industry. And you need a Canadian exchange anyways, because if you want to cash out of these platforms, you have to send crypto to a Canadian exchange like Newton to cash out. Lastly, one key difference with KuCoin is you can trade with them anonymously, and Binance you can't. All you need on KuCoin is an email to sign up. There's no KYC, you don't have to give them ID, so it's super easy to get started, and you can deposit, trade, withdraw crypto. You can actually withdraw up to 1 Bitcoin per day, which is good for most people watching. I'm using KuCoin a lot right now. You can just sign up with an email. Now this can change any day now, but that's what I've been using for the last few months since Binance got banned in Ontario. Now let's look at the best exchanges for rewards and staking. Now the best option for actually staking, I'm gonna give that to Kraken. Kraken is one of the safest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world. Founded in 2011, which is really long in the crypto space. Never had any hacks, and is really good at just communicating the security protocols. Now this is all stuff that's important if you're gonna be staking on a centralized platform. That's why I mention it. If you're gonna be locking up your coins somewhere, you want it to be on a safe platform, and Kraken is one of the safest in the industry. At the moment, they offer 14 coins that you can stake, which you can see on the screen now, and you can see the yields. The rewards are paid out weekly, automatically into your account, and depending on the coin, you'll get 1% to 23% APY. Now, if you're gonna stake crypto, the better option is to do it on your own wallet that's non-custodial, where you own the private keys. But I get it, if you're a beginner, it is more convenient to use a centralized exchange. It's not recommended, but if you are gonna do it that way, Kraken is one of the safest and best options in my opinion. That's just an important thing I thought I'd mention. The next great platform for rewards in general is definitely Crypto.com, which has the earn feature. So Kraken offers their yields through actually staking. The way Crypto.com pays you rewards is just through sharing the revenue they make through their various products. I thought that's an important distinction mentioned just so you know where the rewards are coming from. But Crypto.com, you can open the app, you click accounts on the bottom of the screen, and then you'll see this button here called Crypto Earn. You can click on that, and just to test it, recently I put in a position here to earn some Chronos or some Crow, and so far as you can see, I've earned about 36 cents, making those big dollars. But yeah, the earn feature lets you select over 50 coins to earn yields, and the average yield I would say is 1 to 4%. It can go higher up to around 10 to 15%, but the average is probably 1 to 4. And you can pick flexible terms, which lets you withdraw at any time, 1 month lockups and 3 month lockups as well, which would give you higher interest rates. Also, if you get their crypto credit cards or stake Chronos, you can also increase those yields. And if we're speaking of rewards, I'll cover Crypto.com's credit cards in a minute, but that's another great reason to use Crypto.com if you want the rewards. Now, be careful, Crypto.com has very expensive spreads, so I don't recommend it for just like buying crypto with your Canadian dollars. I would definitely use like Newton for that. But if you want rewards, that's what Crypto.com is is best used for. Now let's look at the best exchanges for crypto credit cards. And it's not hard to make a decision here because Canada only has a handful of options at the moment. Now there's two ways to look at it. Do you want to earn Bitcoin or do you want the highest possible rewards? If you want Bitcoin, you're gonna look at the Shakepay card or the Netcoins card. If you want the highest rewards and you have some money to invest, you're gonna look at the Crypto.com Visa card. They have 5 options available. You might have to stake a few $1,000s or more to get those high rewards. So quick overview on these visas. They are all prepaid visas. So you can only spend the balance that you have in your account. You can't go into debt. You can't pay interest rate because you're only spending your own money, right? So it also doesn't affect your credit score. There's no credit check when you apply for these cards. You also can't build your credit or ruin your credit either. So it's a prepaid visa. Personally, I'm using Shakepay to earn Bitcoin. Get 2% on your first $5,000 spent, and then it's 1% cash back after that. Unlimited anywhere you spend. I like it because the rewards are paid out within 24 hours or so. If you want to earn crypto on every purchase you make instead of earning traditional credit card reward points, then you can look into those options. I don't think there's a clear winner right now. It's kind of more just preference. You only have a few options to choose from anyways. Next platform I want to cover is just the easiest platform in Canada, which I thought was Shakepay. Now, a lot of platforms are beginner friendly, but none of them are quite as easy as Shakepay. The app and website is very intuitive and simple. Doesn't matter how much experience you have. So if it's literally your first time getting into crypto and you want just the easiest possible experience, that's when I would use Shakepay. You'll get pretty fair pricing. You get free deposit and withdrawals on Canadian dollars and free crypto withdrawals as well. Now, the reason I use Shakepay, I have it kind of as like a backup exchange, and I also use it for the Visa card, like I mentioned earlier, and for the shaking sats. So if you sign up with a referral link, you literally shake your phone every day and they deposit a small amount of Bitcoin into your account automatically. It's obviously not a lot, but it's fun, it's addicting. You get free Bitcoin every day. Who doesn't want that? That's why I use it. And as you build your streak, you earn more rewards every day. I haven't seen that feature anywhere else other than KuCoin. KuCoin offers something similar. So that is really cool. Shakepay's downsides are basically its simplicity. It has no advanced features, but it's meant for beginners. It only has 2 coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and it's fair priced, but it's not the cheapest platform. Again, from the tests, there are cheaper platforms available. The last use case I have is if you want crypto in your TFSA, then I would look into Wealthsimple Trade. Now, they have Wealthsimple Crypto, but that's not what I'm talking about. I tested that. That had very high fees, so I don't recommend that. What I'm talking about is opening a TFSA and considering getting a Bitcoin ETF or Ethereum ETF or crypto-related stocks. If that's something you're going to buy anyways, you might want to consider getting that in your TFSA. The advantage here is obviously if you're bullish on crypto in the long term, you might want to have that in a tax-free account. And Canada offers many different Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs at the moment. You can check it out on the screen. Now, there's a lot of pros and cons to this strategy. You obviously don't own the crypto. You can't earn yield on it or send it to other wallets. You can't self-custody it, so you don't actually own the crypto. But the pros is obviously tax-free gains, which is a pretty big thing to consider. The other con I forgot to mention is you can't hold 99% of altcoins in your TFSA. You can only get what's available on the stock market, which is Bitcoin ETFs, ETH ETFs, and crypto-related stocks like mining companies that hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet, stuff like that. So maybe you want to use that for a certain percentage of your portfolio, something to think about. Below this video is free money and sign-up bonuses to everything I mentioned. And all of this information can change literally tomorrow because crypto changes so fast. So check out rankfi.com for the latest and greatest crypto products in Canada. Overall, since I made my last video in 2021, the Canadian landscape has changed a lot. These platforms have offered more coins. We've got more Bitcoin credit cards. We've got tons of new features like staking. So a lot has changed. Drop a like if this was helpful, and I'll make another review in 2023. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.